So, I was meant to install these spacers in a previous video, but they didn't fit. Let's talk about cheap parts and why you should actually avoid them. So, with these spacers, they physically just don't fit. I'll show you a B-roll of it when I was installing it over here, and, well, as you can see, they just don't fit flat, which is a safety problem, not even a problem that you can just remedy. It's just due to the design of this, where it has no flange on the inner thing, where there's just not a chamfer. Yeah, can you see how this has no chamfer on the inside, and this one outside part does, which is good. This inside one doesn't, which means, well, with that chamfer, it being missing means it hits the end cap dust cover thing that's on the front axles on this, so that means it won't fit. And let's talk about you shouldn't buy cheap parts. So these spacers are from a company called Freaky Parts, which I heard about on this Facebook group I'm in for MX-5s. They promoted themselves. I asked on there what spacer companies are good, and they promoted themselves saying, look, we use them on our track cars and stuff and they work. Well, I'm pretty sure they don't use these ones because they don't fit. So I want to give this for a word of warning for anyone. If you buy any car parts, anyone out there, literally, if you're buying any aftermarket modified parts, make sure to do your research, because, well, I heard this source from them and a few other people on the Facebook group, and it just didn't fit. So you should go with companies that you heard of before, H&R, Jazz Performance, you know, the lot, not a company that you heard of Facebook. So what would I do at this point? So I have a whole set of 4 of these, which I can't use because it's just they don't fit on my car. I have a spare set now because I had to buy another set from another company. Yeah, I'm gonna have to install those and then have this is wasted money. So I want to give this to a word of warning for everyone that is going to buy aftermarket parts and stuff, to do your research before you go and buy your stuff. So I have the other set which I bought from Jazz Performance. I tested them and they do fit. The aim of this video is to say why not buy cheap parts. Make sure to do your research and make sure to get them from a reputable company which actually has a good warranty, good guarantees and good everything, just in case they will be have an issue, just like this one which doesn't fit, so I can't even use them. In that I bought another set of spacers, the other ones in the boot. Those are slightly cheaper than these ones and fit. So sometimes cheaper is better. Just make sure you get your ones from a company, something that actually people have reviewed and have said and promoted, which are good companies, not like ones you have to modify for them to work like this one. So in other words, to all of you, if you're going to buy any parts, not spacers, wheels and also the engine parts, anything, don't go for the cheapest one. But if you are going to have a look, make sure to do your research. If you are going to go with companies that you haven't really heard of before, see if they're any good. And yeah, so I would say ask on forums and other places, and forums, Facebook groups, maybe other WhatsApp groups or something, you know, your local car groups. Maybe just even ask your friends if they have a similar car to you, like this one. Evaluate each one and then narrow down which choice you're going to go for. Don't just go for the, well, cheapest better sort of thing, because I spent twice as much as this now. I should have just bought H&Rs. Also, yeah, from my views on this spacer, don't buy Freaky Parts, because, well, they don't fit. And also, another dodgy thing, they never said this on the website. Can you see the studs? There aren't any, because you have to thread them in yourself. Because apparently they do that. I'd rather have push-in studs because at least they can't fall out. So, but they never said this on the website as well, so that's a bit of a concerning thing. In other words, avoid what they do, because I don't trust the idea of threading a spacer in for it to slide out one day, or the threads in here, like these little seat holes that they have to strip, and then you just got to use the spacer again, because you can't really fix that, because these are aluminium, so they're really soft metal too. So I think it's it for this video, where it's basically I'm telling you not to buy cheap parts and make sure to do your research really. If you don't mind so giving some bit of support, liking and subscribing will be helpful if you really want to, as well as just seeing some other videos of mine. And I can see that I'm really close to 100 subscribers now. That'd be really nice if you can help me out there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Because I forgot to say, I forgot that the other thing that Freaky Pots told me, because they didn't fit, is to hit it with a hammer. Yeah, that was my reaction to it. Why? If they don't fit properly, if they aren't seating properly, hitting it with a hammer is not going to do anything.